Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Triple N Media. I am NIK NIKAM, and this is Microsoft Flight Simulator. Let's visit London and take a beautiful look at London. We are going to fly from Heathrow Airport and use House of Parliament as one of the turning points and try to hang around in the London area. And I'm going to show you, we are going to be using Autopilot and also directional navigation to look at different parts of London. I'm using Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, so let us begin. And I'm using, of course, a Cessna 172 Skyhawk. We will know because before I proceed, while this is loading, I want to show you a map of London here, so that we'll have an idea as to how we're going to be coming from the west. So we will cross over Kensington Palace. Hopefully we can see something. Then we're going to come and see Buckingham Palace here. And here's the Thames River. We're going to be crossing Thames River and just fly, look at British Museum and St. Paul's Cathedral. So we're going to just fly around in this general vicinity to take a beautiful look at the sky view of London. While I'm also talking about these, I will also be using the features of Autopilot, which you will be able to see from the cockpit. And then I will show you how to use the directional navigation to change the direction of the flight while the autopilot is maintaining the speed and altitude. So those are some of the technical details of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. So we're going to add that one. At least here you not only get to see the sky view of London, but also learn how to take off, how to make a flight plan and how to take off and then use the navigation, GPS navigation. It is just like using GPS navigation when you get into a new city. You just go by the instructions, and here we're going to do it visually because I'm going to show you on the navigational map as how to get to different places in the city. I just did one on New York sky view by night using a Cessna 172, and you're welcome to watch that one. Our game plan is what we would like to accomplish. And here is Heathrow Airport. Can you believe? Oh my gosh, look at this magnificent view of Heathrow Airport, and we have the entire airport for ourselves. So let's get ready here and go. And our call sign is NIK 2020. All right, so let's see. Here's we are going to be taking off runway 27 right. Let's I think let him position at the beginning of the runway. Then I'm going to get inside the cockpit and show you some of the things that we will be using in this trip. Let us press the ready button here. Okay, so now here we are inside the cockpit, and I'm going to be using this autopilot feature here, which let me see if I can bring this to. And I'm going to be using autopilot. First we're going to set the altitude and vertical speed. Next we're going to press HDG, which is for directional guidance. And if we come over here to number 1, and we'll be basically rotating this in the direction we want to go so that we can get to where we want to go based on this map here. This map will tell us which we are supposed to be going eastward, and then we'll take it from there. And here's our map showing which way we're going to be going. And as you can see, we are going to be coming here, going across House of Parliaments, and here's the Thames River. So at least we get in the general direction, and then we will decide which way to go. Anyway, let's fly. All right, let's give some power here. And number 11, take off. And when it gets to 60 miles. Taking off. All right, this is daytime, but that's fine. Let's get inside the cockpit here now. This speedometer doesn't really reflect, I don't know why. All right, so once we get inside the cockpit, we are quickly going to go to Autopilot, set the altitude. (1500) 2000 feet, yes. And then we press again altitude. We get the vertical up 4. That's good. And we go press this one and press control 1. So we have to go east. So this is going anyway. Let's look at here. However, so we are going east. Basically, I had to turn the plane so it comes in this direction. I think it is trying to make a turn. I'll just wait and see what it does. And it has to come to the east, and it is, but it's on the north, so I need to change that to get to the east. So this is what I had to do. I had to, excuse me, when I roll this, I had to lock this. This is going north, so I need to go east. So I'm basically just going it based on the GPS. And here's east. And as you can see, it is supposed to come east. Hopefully it will make a turn. And I can go a little more east, past east, so it will kind of level off. So let's look at from outside. It is, and there is the House of Parliament as we had marked it. It is about 14 nautical miles, but you won't have to take the torture of watching it. But once I run this, I'm going to cut off some of the clip and then get right to the House of Parliament. And while it is flying, I just want to bring the map here again. And as you can see, where is this House of Parliament? I don't know where it is. But anyway, here we have the Buckingham Palace, Kensington Museum, British Museum, and those are some of the areas I think we will be able to explore as we get. As you can see, it is climbing to an altitude of 2,000 feet, and we are going in the direction of east. Here's the House of the Parliament, which we marked, and we are going at 110 nautical miles per hour at 2500 RPMs. Flaps are up. So I think we are making a steady progress here. It's only like 12 miles now, which will approximately take less than maybe 7-8 minutes to reach. So there is tremendous benefit in using this autopilot and the HDG. Let me get inside here. And as we can HDG, and you don't have to press any buttons here, because it will automatically change as we rotate the dial. As you can see, the plane has made a turn and it is reaching the House of Parliament. But more importantly, let me expand this a little bit. And here is the Thames River. So we're just going to kind of hang around in this general area and look at some of the areas. As we can see, we are going to be coming towards east here in the northern part, and we may be able to see some of these landmarks. Let's check outside and see. It's a beautiful clear weather. I mean, of course, we can dial in whatever we want. I can actually make it, it should have been night because I asked for a live. Let us see here. I don't know if I can change it. And this is the western suburb of London, I would say, because we are 10 miles from the main city of London. And here are some of the buildings. I have no idea. I have never visited London. So this is my first trip to London. In fact, when I went to India a few times, I did fly through Heathrow Airport a couple of times, and that's about it. One thing I remember, the plane couldn't land in Heathrow, so it had to go to Manchester. I had to find out where it is on the map. Then from Manchester, it had to come back. We had to get a different flight to get back to London on our route to India. All right, so we are just about 6 miles. Let's see if we can just drop a little bit our altitude here. It is control 2 will bring this one in focus, and we say down maybe 200 feet. That's it. All right, let's go to, so it will come down to 1500 feet, and let's see what's going on here. So we have the Big Ben, Parliament House. We can expand this, I think. Here you go, ladies and gentlemen, a beautiful view of London, and we will be crossing the river here pretty soon. And this is the House of the Parliaments, and where's this House of Parliament, which is this area. And here are all the buildings surrounding the western part of London. Isn't this beautiful? What a fantastic view. What a great view to visit any main city. I was going to do a nighttime flight, but somehow I set it for live, which means nighttime, because it's nighttime here, and that's probably midnight in London, but I guess it didn't happen. So let us see what we have here. Yeah, we can even zoom in, and okay. And you can look at all this. Look at our beautiful buildings, and now here we are close to the Thames River. Somehow the map it shows here. I guess this is what we are seeing, as you can see. Let's go up a little bit. That's fine. It's 1500 feet, and we are flying over London. I think we must have missed the Kensington Palace because it was a little bit to the south of where we are flying. Anyway, you get to see here. What I would like to do is, let me expand this a little bit. Oh, maybe this is too small. I'm going to come here and make a turn and then go along the river here. This is really fantastic. Let's go up a little bit here. Altitude, let's go up 2,000 feet, and we want it to go up by 200. Let's come up here. So it's going to be flying up here. So we almost cross the river. So what I would like to do is just go around and make a turn now. So to make a turn, we are going eastward, so I'm going to make a south turn. So to do that south turn, I'm going to go to control 1. Here is south, so I'm just going to come to the south. So we go on the south side and get a different view as it's making a turn. I think it went off the screen. Ooh, okay, that's fine. So I have to make almost a U-turn. Let's just get this going here, and then we'll come back. Once it's south, I have to start going west. All right, so let's, it's finished its south rotation. So let's go to west now. Boy, it goes pretty fast compared to what we are seeing there. And now we are going fast and west. We are going to go towards west. So this has to turn, so we'll cross the Thames River again and get back towards this area if we can. But you get the entire picture of London from one end to the other. All right, now I'll have to go almost north. Let's change this here. Let's go north so that we can get back. North will be going this way, so. Okay, so we are going, okay, that's beautiful. So we are coming here and then we'll go around here. All right, so you get a beautiful view of the House of Parliament here. Oh, look at that beautiful building. Now we're going all along the Thames River. At least we got to see one beautiful landmark. I'm looking for the bridge here, and this may be one of the bridges, I don't know. And here's another bridge. And this is now we are going along the Thames River, which is kind of nice. But the picture and this one doesn't exactly match what we are looking at, because this looks like it's right over the river, but here it is. So there may be some degrees off. Use the autopilot to maintain the speed, and when it's coming down, we can reduce the RPMs so that we can bring the speed down. Okay, let's see where we are. Where is our, oh, see, it goes pretty fast, so. Okay, there's a good sky view of London in a Cessna 172. I hope you enjoyed this and also got a chance to see how we can use altitude autopilot and also directional changes to see where we want to go. I'm going to stop here. Thank you so much for watching, and please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. We will see you next time.